Because here, the entire conflict is born from perception, not action. A man filming becomes a possible threat simply because someone felt uneasy. The officer attempts to elevate suspicion into authority, while the auditor repeatedly pushes back, forcing the interaction into constitutional territory. The tension rises sharply when the idea of fear is introduced. The auditor challenges the logic. If someone is truly afraid, why send a single employee outside instead of staying secured? It reframes the encounter. Is this fear real or manufactured by assumption? By the end of this opening segment, the situation has fully transitioned. What began as casual filming has become a structured police response built on suspicion alone. No crime has been stated, no violation confirmed. Yet the pressure is building, and the demand for identity looms like the next inevitable escalation. The scene opens without warning, calm, ordinary, almost deceptive. A man stands outside a bank, simply recording. No aggression, no entry, just a camera pointed toward a public-facing building. But that calm doesn't last long. Within moments, an officer approaches, breaking the stillness with a simple question, "Can I help you?" It sounds routine, almost polite, but underneath it is the first signal that something has already been flagged. The man responds calmly, refusing to explain his purpose. That refusal instantly shifts the energy. What was a passive recording session is now a police-generated suspicion event. The officer presses further, questioning why someone would stand outside a bank filming. The justification begins to form in real time. A radio call has already labeled this behavior as suspicious. Suddenly, the public sidewalk becomes a stage for justification, not of crime, but of presence. The auditor refuses to comply with identity requests, immediately challenging the legal foundation of the encounter. He draws a line in the sand. No crime, no detention, no obligation to identify. The officer counters with concern, not law, claiming the behavior is concerning to people inside. The hook is set. A simple camera has triggered a confrontation that now has nowhere to go but up.
No, thank you.
That word becomes the spark, concerning versus illegal.
Well, you can ask.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm not going to tell you, but you can ask. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, you're the subject of a radio call now because
what was the call about?
Suspicious behavior that you're standing outside of the bank, recording and taking photographs of the bank.
So somebody called and said that I was taking photos?
Yes, with your camera.
On a public sidewalk. And you guys actually came out for that?
Yeah, we sure did.
Crazy.
Why wouldn't we?
I mean, if somebody called and said there's a Jew walking on the sidewalk, would you guys respond to that, or is it just people taking pictures? I don't understand. I mean, it's not a crime, nothing illegal.
But it is scary for the people inside. Concerning.
Well, if it's scary for the people inside,
do you not believe it's concerning if you're outside photographing a bank?
I'll tell you, when
do you
people
not
are,
think that's suspicious, sir?
When I do not actually.
Okay.
When people find things scary, I know fear makes people do strange things. For example, if I was afraid of somebody outside, I wouldn't send a woman out by herself, feet from the man, to confront him. I would, I'd stay inside, first of all. So a gal came outside and was talking to me. She didn't seem scared at all. And if she was scared, she had a funny way of showing it.
Was she an employee?
Yeah, I believe she was, yes.
Okay, well, so who called us was not an employee.
I have no control over that. So somebody called you and they said, there's a man outside taking photographs.
Of the bank.
Okay, are you under the impression that that's illegal?
What was that?
You're not under the impression that that is a crime, are you?
No, I'm saying it's suspicious behavior
Got it.
that you're standing out front of a bank recording.
Well, there's 10,000 reasons why somebody might be standing outside of a bank recording.
Okay.
And I'll be frank with you, to address...
Do you have any ID on you, sir?
Sure, but
okay.
I'm not a big fan of that, though.
Do you mind handing it to me?
I do, actually, because I'm not a big fan of forfeiting my Fourth Amendment right to placate the personal curiosity of yourself or somebody inside of a
it's
bank.
Not of myself.
No.
I didn't just pass along and see you standing here recording and choose to stop you.
I'm gonna...
You were the subject of a radio call. There's a difference there.
It's not a crime.
I'm just telling you.
All right, I'm telling you, it's not a crime.
But I can still identify who you are.
You can ask, and I can refuse because I haven't committed a crime. You have to have a reasonable and articulable suspicion of a crime. Don't you agree,
and I could
Deputy
believe
Dominguez?
that you could be doing this for purposes of committing a crime.
I could be doing this for purposes of committing a crime.
Yeah, you're photographing a bank.
Yeah, I guess I could be, theoretically. I'm not.
Take my picture.
Are you serious?
Do not take my picture.
Are you serious? I'm taking
Yeah, I'm
32 frames per
absolutely
second.
serious.
Whoa,
Yep.
go, whoa, stay away from me. Hey, hey, hey. Don't take this the wrong way, but have you been drinking today?
Have I been drinking?
Have you been drinking today?
Copy, thank you. And he is recording, just for units to be aware, and taking photographs of me. I have a feeling, just so you guys know I'm on, I have a feeling he's like a First Amendment person, and Bryce, I don't know, he wouldn't talk, he didn't want to give me any info, he didn't want to give me his name, so I told him I'll start a supervisor this way then. They're concerned because he has been like zooming in with the camera. They don't know what he's trying to take pictures of inside the bank because he's standing on the other side where the window is. They want him trespassed. I don't want him.
He's not on the property right
taken
now.
back. Yeah.
He posted up off the property, so he already probably knows the game.
Yeah. So I figured whenever the supervisor gets here, I'll let them make that call because we're just trying to ID him.
Supervisor?
No, I called one. I'll explain after what. And then he just started, he like took the camera like this and I told him get it out of my face and I tried to move and he's like, you're gonna not let me take pictures of you, and I kept moving in a circle around him and I was like, hey, have a good day, bye, and I just walked off and he just like followed me up and I was like, I told you to stop, you can wait on the sidewalk, don't come any closer. And he was like, I can't walk on the sidewalk, and I told him, yeah, you can walk on the sidewalk, stay on the sidewalk then.
So if the bank just wants him trespass and he's going to refuse to identify himself and just fill out a trespass form and just take a picture of him, and then that's it.
Dominguez, are you still afraid of a camera? It looks like you got multiple cameras on you.
Here, I'm serving you with a trespass notice.
Sweet.
The bank is trespassing you from the property.
From their property.
From
Sure.
their property, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
I got no problem with
So
that.
if you trespass on their property, they will call us, they will be arrested.
Well, they're going to call you whether I trespass on their property or not, Dominguez.
Okay,
I haven't stepped foot on their property. Bless your heart. Okay, all right.
okay.
Wait,
So,
you're not over her by
Do you
chance,
wanna
are you?
sign it?
Do you have more seniority over? I do not want to sign that. Absolutely not. Dominguez, nice try.
Here's your copy.
Oh, thanks. Wait, let me see. What does that say exactly?
You don't want the copy?
I'm just taking a look at it. Yeah, I'll take that, sure. Peering into bank windows with camera recording. Interesting. All right. Bless your heart. Yeah, I'd get some additional training, Dominguez. You're scared of your own shadow. I'm walking up a sidewalk. You're 40 feet away and said, don't come any closer to me.
Did I tell you I was going to do things to you? No.
You
I just
clearly,
said you don't need to come
you
any
clearly
closer to me.
panicked when I aimed a camera at you on the sidewalk. You panicked.
Am I panicked right
A
now?
lot. No, you're not panicked right now because you got some backup here for you. All by yourself.
You think I'm scared, sir?
I think you're chick when you're all by yourself.
Okay, all right.
All right.
You can believe whatever you want to believe, sir.
Well, I saw it with my own eyes. I mean, who do I believe? You or my lying eyes? All right.
You can believe whatever
You're
you
dismissed
want.
without further argument, Dominguez.
Okay, you have a good day, sir.
I'm having a great day. You guys have a good one.
Take care.
Seriously, get her some extra training. She's scared of her own shadow.
Okay.
I thought it was our right to record in public
Charles, Paul, 5772. Charles, Paul, 5572.
Now, not for the gentleman here, but for Dominguez, this is what we call a walk of shame. See her walking away, afraid of her
Have
own
a good
shadow,
day. Yes,
afraid
have
of cameras
fun.
being aimed at her,
Yeah, continue
doesn't
recording
understand
people.
where her rights are.
The confrontation intensifies as the officer's concern hardens into action. The camera, once passive, is now treated like a threat vector. The moment the auditor records the officer and nearby individuals, the tone shifts again. Discomfort replaces dialogue. The officer reacts sharply, telling him not to film, visibly escalating the tension. What was once a conversation about suspicion is now becoming a behavioral dispute. Who is allowed to observe, and who is allowed to object? Backup chatter begins to enter the scene. The situation is no longer contained. Reports circulate. A man is filming, zooming, refusing identification, and allegedly focusing on sensitive areas like bank windows. Each new detail adds weight, not necessarily evidence, but narrative escalation. Then comes the turning point, the idea of trespass. Even though the auditor remains on public sidewalk space, the conversation shifts toward removal. The bank reportedly wants him trespassed. That single request changes everything. The legal threshold drops from suspicion to property control. Now law enforcement is no longer just observing behavior. They are preparing enforcement action based on the preferences of a private entity. The auditor continues to resist, repeating the same core argument. No crime has occurred, no property has been entered, and no lawful basis exists for forced identification. But the momentum is no longer neutral. The system is now moving toward resolution, not discussion. Inside the officer's coordination, the framing becomes clearer. Concern from employees, reports of uncomfortable behavior, and uncertainty about intent. None of these are crimes, but together they form justification for action in real time. By the end of this segment, the decision is essentially made. The encounter has crossed the invisible line where asking questions becomes enforcement procedure. The trespass process is now in motion. The calm beginning has fully collapsed into institutional response.
What happened?
I'm not sure.
Why take the picture?
What you mean?
Without permission, he didn't need it. I don't need it.
What's the problem?
Yes, I'm the manager. I'm just asking you.
Oh,
I'm the manager.
okay.
So why just take the picture without my permission? You know, any happen?
Do I need your permission?
No, I'm just asking you. Who is this?
Who is what?
You?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Why are you asking?
In Killeen, Texas, based on a vague call, Officer Moody attempted to issue a trespass order against Mr. Butler, even though no one had asked him to leave and no crime had occurred. Demanding identification and misrepresenting the law escalated the situation unnecessarily.
Why are you asking?
Because of he say the cops, then I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No. Either the cops, then that's fine. What you gonna do? You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes, public, customer gonna do this stuff, and they give you the hard time for us. You know what I'm trying to say?
You mean like the police?
No. Sometimes police do that's different stuff. But you work for police, yeah, yes and no. Yeah, you just only just hang around here and just do this stuff.
Am I obligated to answer any of your questions?
Okay. I'm gonna call you. Somebody.
I just be playing with their ass. He mad as shit.
It's like a fast motel hotel.
Up the government vehicles. Look at his asshole. Look at his ass.
Okay, this guy take my picture. You know what I'm trying to say?
You want him criminally trespass?
Yes, 100%. Not 100%, 1,000%. Why take my picture?
He said 1,000%.
Sir, can I get your ID?
For what?
You criminal trespass.
Do you know how criminal trespass work, Moody?
Yes, sir.
464? Have you been drinking today, Moody? Tell me how does criminal trespass work?
Can you come back to the criminal trespass, Mr. Butler?
Tell me how does criminal trespass work, Moody?
Once you give me your ID, sir, you're going to get a citation saying you're no longer welcome here. When you step back on this property, you're going to be arrested.
Tell me how does criminal trespass work, Moody? Are you familiar with the law, Moody?
Mr. Butler.
Get your supervisor down here before you make a big mistake, Moody.
Mr. Butler, your ID, please, sir.
Make a big mistake, Moody. Get your supervisor down here. I advise you to get your supervisor before you make a big mistake. How does trespassing law work, Moody?
You tell me, sir.
You tell me. You the law enforcement.
You about to find out.
All right, let's find out then.
3464. I need a supervisor around as well.
Let me get your ID.
You have it on my shirt, sir.
Who are you?
You have it on my shirt, sir.
I need your ID. Your policy says you're supposed to produce an identification, your police identification upon request. Let me see your ID, Moody.
Sir, it's on my chest.
How do I know who you are, who you say you are?
You dealt with me before, Mr. Butler.
All right, so you failing to identify yourself?
No, sir. Moody, 464.
That's not, I need your ID with your card.
I need your ID.
All right.
So the manager wants him criminally trespass. He's going to give ID.
Nobody asked me to leave. Do you know how criminal trespass work, Moody? Do you know how criminal trespass work, Moody?
Yes, sir. Do you know how criminal trespass works?
You obviously don't, because you're trying to force me to give you my ID and not having broken any laws.
Sir.
How does criminal trespass work? Moody 464.
You want?
Can I get your name and badge number?
Shabby 501.
Thank you for your professionalism. This clown trying to force me to give my ID. You need to learn the f***ing law, Moody. Look at him. Yes, sir. I don't know my job. I need a supervisor.
Mr. Butler, you're being warned of criminal trespass on this property.
Shut the f*** up, Moody.
Sir.
Shut the f*** up. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Do you want to sign your
Shut the f*** up. Shut up. Shut the f*** up. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Nobody asked me to leave. So shut the f*** up.
Sir, here's your copy. Mr. Butler.
You look like a f***ing fool right now.
Kevin Butler, you can take your copy, please. Okay, sir. Comes back on
You look like a f***ing fool. You know that?
So even though you
Shut the f*** up. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Blah, 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 blah. All that cops lane, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the f*** up. Have a good night. Blah, 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 blah. Don't f***ing beat your wife. Don't f***ing violate rights. Blah, blah, blah. Shut the f*** up and go do your job. Walk of shame. The clown tried to give me a trespass warning. Shut your dumb ass up, Moody. You look like a f***ing fool right now. Clowns. Y'all some f***ing clowns, bro. Clowns, bro. Clowns, bro. Clowns, bro. Clowns. Look at them. They mad now. They want to do something to me. They mad now. They want to do something to me. They big mad. They real mad. Now they about to figure it out. The supervisor, he about to come over here and try to arrest me. Watch. I already know what's about to happen. Who is this f***ing big portly built motherfucker looking like a real pig? Hey, tell them to go 10-8, man. I don't need these f***ing clowns around me. Can you state your name and badge number for the record?
My name's Sergeant Doherty and my badge number's 321. How can I help you with that, Mr. Butler?
And you're our Officer Moody's supervisor?
I am one of your supervisors, yes, sir.
Can you tell me why was he trying to give me a trespass warning?
I don't know the specific details.
Well, he's right over there. Can you go ask him?
If it's based on the business owner requesting that you be warned of criminal trespass, he can warn you of criminal trespass at the request of the business.
Even though nobody asked me to leave?
Okay. The business owner can request anybody, can authorize anybody to ask. They have the authority to do that.
Okay. Okay, so why was he trying to give me a physical paperwork?
That's just so you have for your documentation. You are tracking that.
And so what does that warning means?
It means that you're no longer allowed to come back to this property. If you come back to this property, then you will be charged with criminal trespass private property.
Okay. And you are Moody's direct supervisor, right?
I'm one of his direct supervisors, yes, sir.
Okay, who's the watch commander tonight?
The lieutenant is going to be Lieutenant De La Cruz.
De La Cruz? Okay. All right, that is all.
All right, sir. Did you need a copy of that warning?
I don't need shit.
All right, sir. Try to have a better night, all right, Mr. Butler?
I'm having a great night. Thank you for respecting my rights and not violating. Tell Moody to learn the criminal trespass laws. That clown tried to give me tried to ID me without nobody even asking me to leave. Clown. Moody's a clown.
This is where the encounter stops being speculative and becomes official. A bank representative enters the interaction, no longer asking questions, but making a decision.
You hit your horn, you hit
your blazer. The justification is simple. Discomfort, perceived suspicious activity, and concern over filming. No allegation of crime is needed. The authority is property-based, not criminal. The officer proceeds to issue the trespass warning, formalizing what was previously only discussion. The paper becomes a symbol of finality, a written boundary saying you are no longer welcome.
You say you just kidding from
But the auditor does not accept the framing. He immediately challenges the foundation of the action. He never entered the property. He remains firm that standing on a public sidewalk cannot justify removal from private land he did not access. This creates the central conflict of the entire segment, the difference between proximity and entry. The officers clarify the legal mechanism. The business can exclude individuals at its discretion in returning if lead to arrest. That explanation, while procedural, does not settle the philosophical clash unfolding in real time. The auditor continues to push back, questioning why a warning is being issued at all if no trespass has occurred. The officer maintains procedural distance. It is not about proving a crime, but about enforcing a request from the property owner. Tension peaks as the warning is handed over. The exchange becomes symbolic.
You already see his rental card, so you already know. Hey, I'm totally legit, buddy.
The other enforcing private property boundaries. The narration frames it as a walk of shame, emphasizing humiliation and resistance. Even as the legal mechanism itself is routine enforcement procedure. By the end of this segment, the encounter has officially transitioned from observation to exclusion. The man is now formally barred, not for what he did unlawfully, but for what others perceived as uncomfortable. The conflict is no longer about suspicion. It is about authority itself.
You just pulled to harass me or something, bro? So what you say that for? What you mean?
You questioned me. You pulled me up. You said you.
I asked you why you hit your horn. You just hit your blazer. Loud as shit.
You motioned for me to come up.
Right.
You asked me a question. You asked me why I honked the horn.
All right.
I honked the horn because I've been chasing Ezra out of the roadway for the last 15 minutes.
All right. Well, she was standing in my car at the time. She wasn't in the roadway.
She's standing in the roadway.
Bro, she was standing right here talking to me.
This is the roadway.
Huh?
This is the roadway.
You know, she can stand by. People can stand out here by their cars. Man, it's a public street, bro.
It is a public street.
All right.
It's
so
made for vehicles, not made for pedestrians.
You say you just kidding from the store.
Over 7,500 pedestrians are killed each year.
Right. But you just said trespassing at the store, bro. She wasn't at the store. You know what I'm saying? So leave her alone.
She's standing in the middle of the roadway.
Okay.
Do you have your license, sir?
Huh? I ain't got to show you my license for what? No, I don't. Call your supervisor.
You're not wearing a seatbelt.
What you mean? You wearing a seatbelt? I'm finna go in the store. I'll talk to this lady already. You just pulled up and said the same thing. You just seen it. Nah, go call your supervisor.
I am the supervisor on the road right now.
Well, you got to call your supervisor, bro.
You're going to have to call the station if you want to talk to your supervisor.
I don't have to call the station. You call the station. You want to request my ID for no reason.
I'm telling you why.
You don't have no probable cause, no nothing for you to ask for my ID, bro.
Probable cause is
you don't have anything.
You're in a vehicle without a seatbelt.
Yeah, I can, right, because I'm getting out and going to the store. What you mean?
You were still in the vehicle.
What do you mean? I just called you over to the vehicle.
You're right.
So what are you talking about then?
Okay, give me 1 second, okay? You're not
right. Figure that out. Figure that out real quick, man. You're going to be like 2 million views on this one if you keep on playing with me. All right, come on. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no warrant, no ticket, no nothing. So we can play this game all day. You already see it's a rental card, so you already know. Hey, I'm totally legit, buddy. So play your little game if you want to, man. Hey, you said I'm not free to go? You said I'm not free to go? All right, so you're detaining me without probable cause. You already know I sue E-Course. You already know I sue River Road. You already know all that shit. So come on, keep on playing with me today. You see this idiot? He don't even know who I am, bro. Like, I don't even know who he is, actually. That's what's crazy. He just here playing with me like I'm a kid, man.
Hey, sir, you're fine to record, obviously.
Huh?
From the sidewalk.
You said from the sidewalk? Bro, why'd you even, what am I still here talking to you for?
It's called an investigative detention.
This ain't no investigation. What investigating what? What are you investigating?
You're not wearing a seatbelt.
What you mean? I can not have a seatbelt and go into the door? What do you mean? I can get out the fucking car? What are you talking about?
You can't, but you're
You don't have a seatbelt on right now either. Do you have a seatbelt on?
You're right.
All right, so why are you sitting here messing with me, man? So you sitting here harassing me, brother?
I'm not harassing
Yes, you are, and you're going to have a problem, man. I'm going to file a complaint. As soon as I pull off, I'm going to file a complaint against you, sir.
That's fine. We go on.
All right.
I don't want you to get hit by a car, okay? Everything's being recorded on my chest as well, okay?
You sitting right there in your seat without a seatbelt on.
You're right.
All right, and you sitting here and trying to investigate me about sitting here in my car, right here, without a seatbelt on.
Okay.
You sound insane, man. You shouldn't even took it this far. Now you make yourself just look stupid.
I don't understand how I'm making myself.
Oh, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. You ever heard of Let's Talk Numbers USA? That's my page. That's why. That's my page.
That's fine.
All right, I got you.
First of all, you don't need probable cause to pull a car over.
Bruh, it ain't. Yes, you definitely have to have probable cause. You insane? I filed 7 federal cases, man. I won every single one of them. You gonna sit and tell me about a Fourth Amendment? Come on, man. You serious? You don't know who you're talking to. That's the problem. You need to talk to Johnson. You need to talk to everybody. You need to talk to the chief of police. You need to talk to all them right now because I'm definitely finna go down there and finna file a complaint against you. All right. Definitely.
Again, sir.
All right, stay right there, man. For my safety and your safety, stay where you are, brother.
Well,
all right, because you've been aggressive the whole time, man.
I haven't been aggressive at all.
Yes, you have, brother.
Listen, I'm Officer Lane with the Ecorse Police Department.
I see now.
The reason I stopped you is because you motioned.
You didn't stop me. You sat there and humped your horn at a lady that was standing by my car. So make sure you make this correct. All right, man. Don't.
It's all being recorded, man. There's
Man, look, I'm a very factual person, brother.
Okay.
Believe me.
Listen, I've never met you before.
All right, yeah, that's what you understand. I'm very serious, and you don't even understand that, brother.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
First of all, you need reasonable suspicion to make a traffic stop. Okay?
No, man. You have to have articulate for a traffic stop.
You got to have what?
You got to have an articulated suspicion, man. What are you talking about? Right. Articulated suspicion. You can't articulate why you just stopped me. You're gonna say you said because I didn't have a seatbelt on. You didn't have a seatbelt on.
Okay.
You're sitting here just like me. What are you talking about?
I'm on a traffic stop.
So you got your laws is better than my laws?
After I go up to your
You're more important than me?
Not at all. After I go up to your vehicle and I come back to my car and I'm running your plate, that means that I need to put my seatbelt on to run your plate.
You make yourself look really silly right now, man.
You are as well.
I'm telling you, you don't even know who you're talking. You don't even know what's going on right now.
Sir, you're illegally parked. You're more than a foot from the curb.
Bro, you can say whatever you want to, man. You can say whatever you want to. Go ahead.
You're failing to ID.
You can say whatever you want to, brother.
You're failing to identify.
You can say whatever you want to.
Officer, you had no seatbelt.
I don't have to answer any question posed by a police officer.
I'm not asking you any questions. I'm making statements.
You did. You just asked me for ID. What do you mean I don't have to answer? I don't have to answer none of that, bro. Under my right, I don't have to answer anything you ask me, brother.
Your Fourth Amendment. What's your Fourth Amendment right?
What do you mean? What's my Fourth Amendment right? You want to know? Have you heard Terry vs. Ohio?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So what's Terry's first name?
I know what.
You sound silly. His name is John. It's John Terry, man. I studied this shit, man. I studied this, man. I filed 7 federal cases against your department. I had 1 against the Ecorse. Every department, Wayne County, State of Police, all of you guys. So you see, so you're gonna sit here and you're gonna sit here and play this game with me. You playing a retarded game. You know what game you're playing.
I don't.
Yes, you are.
I don't.
You still got me sitting detained for no reason. You got me detained from the beginning for no reason, and now you see me got me talking to you for no reason, brother.
Explain everything to you so you understand why.
I just want to know if I'm free to go. That's it.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to write you any tickets today, okay? I'll let things go, okay? Also, just so you know, I can write you a ticket. You're illegally parked more than a foot in the curb. You did not have a seatbelt on, okay? Therefore, that is probable cause in and of itself, okay? If you feel as though you want to make a complaint, you're more than welcome, obviously, to do that, okay?
I'm going to make a complaint.
3869 West Jefferson, okay?
Oh, I know exactly where it's at. I had filed complaints there before. I told you I filed lawsuits there, too. Yeah, you just fucked up. You just picked the wrong person to fuck with today. That's all it is, brother. He said I'm parked too far away from the curb. Look at this. Look how far he's parked away from the curb. But I'm parked too far away. Oh, my God. Everybody, we're going to have to bash this guy. Ecorse Police Department. Ecorse Finest. Right here. Ecorse Finest.
The final segment expands beyond a single incident into a broader pattern of confrontation, where authority, law, and resistance collide repeatedly across different encounters. The Moody case emerges first, an officer attempting to issue a criminal trespass warning while simultaneously demanding identification. The auditor immediately challenges the legal basis, repeatedly asking how trespass law applies when no refusal to leave was clearly established. The officer struggles to articulate a precise justification, defaulting instead to procedure and policy. A supervisor arrives, reinforcing the structure. Businesses can exclude individuals, and law enforcement enforces that exclusion. The legal question is not whether a crime occurred, but whether a property owner exercised their right. Still, the auditor continues to press for clarity, exposing the tension between legal theory and field enforcement. The video then shifts into another roadside encounter, a traffic-style stop involving accusations like seatbelt violations and roadside interaction concerns. Here again, the central conflict repeats. Officers assert reasonable suspicion and procedural authority, while the individual challenges the legitimacy of the stop. What follows is a fast-moving exchange of legal terminology, Terry stop references, probable cause arguments, and constitutional claims. Each side attempts to establish dominance through legal framing, but neither fully concedes ground. Throughout this segment, the emotional intensity rises. Voices sharpen. Frustration becomes visible. Officers insist on compliance. The individual insists on constitutional limits. Finally, the narration steps in to reinterpret everything, framing these encounters as lessons in rights, accountability, and lawful resistance. It positions the subject as someone consistently challenging authority structures and forcing legal justification in real time. By the end, the video is no longer about one stop, one bank, or one officer. It becomes a compilation of recurring conflict, a pattern of confrontation where filming, questioning, and refusal to comply transform ordinary encounters into legal battlegrounds. The final message is clear. In every situation, the core struggle remains the same: who defines suspicion and who gets to challenge it.
He pulls his truck behind me, and now he says I'm detained. Do not answer anything that guy asks you, okay? We're fine. We're going to be okay. He's just being an ass. Can I get a supervisor?
I'm a supervisor.
Can I get your supervisor?
I'm the top cop right now. So supervisor.
And you don't know that flipping off cops is a First Amendment protected
it's a
activity?
Public area. There's other people around here.
Charge me.
I'm not charging you right now. I'm investigating it.
Charge me. What's there to investigate? I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay.
If you saw me or you think you saw me do something, then...
I'm not trying to push it that way. I can ask your driver's license and take you for concealing identity if you don't want to pull it over. You have a kid here. We're not trying to do all that. More so, I just want to have a conversation.
You have to have reasonable suspicion of a crime in order to demand my ID in New Mexico.
I can read you the statute for disorderly conduct.
I know. I know what it is.
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you. It's your job.
Because you don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read it verbatim for you. Disorderly conduct, engaging in violent views, indecent, profane, boisterous, unreasonably loud, or otherwise disorderly conduct which tends to disturb the peace. One can articulate that as flipping off in the general vicinity of a public area. There's kids here, it's a gas station, so if you go by the police station and I'm here parked and it's just me and flip me off, that's one thing, but...
You know for a fact that charge will not stick. This is contempt of cop right now.
It's not contempt of cop.
It's contempt of cop.
We only need probable cause to investigate something to ask your driver's license.
Well, you need reasonable suspicion,
reason.
not probable cause. Reasonable suspicion is a lower standard.
It is lower standard.
Yeah.
So I have reasonable suspicion to investigate this right now. You agree that, right?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Well, I'm not going to push it that way. I just want to have a conversation with you.
I have zero interest.
I'm sorry for...
You people killed my child, his brother, so
I apologize for whatever happened to your family.
You want to get me for saying you to you? Because, I mean...
No, just have a conversation with you, sir.
I'm not interested.
I'm sorry to have you at Hill. I hope you have a good rest of your day, okay? I'm sorry for whatever happened with your family in the past. We're not all the same, okay?
What's your badge number?
Sir. 7-5.
Who's your direct supervisor if I was to file a complaint?
Lieutenant Michael Murillo.
I know. All right, thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day, sir.